going to take over from Mr. Ramakrishnan. So Mr. Bergman is the director of National Remote Sensing Center, which collects all the remote sensing data and also is interesting centers. And Mr. Koteshwar Rao is the scientific secretary of ISRO. This is a unique position only ISRO has headquarters activity. And Dr. Shivan was the project director for GSLV, which is of the telecom service, an engineer himself, and he is in this center as a chief. And he is also the chairman of the launch authority. Dr. Goswami from the Physical Research Laboratory. Mr. Shivakumar is the director of ISRO Satellite Center, Bangalore. 1980 is the additional secretary. Mr. Madhu is the Now is the chief of the range operations, and he is a mission executive for range operations director for this.
This is connected to the launch vehicle. 41 connections will be there. Some are gases, some are cool air when we are launching and testing it, and some are the propellants. All these 41 connections will come up when the vehicle takes off. 130 tons. And any launch vehicle to take off, the initial thrust should be 1.5 times. So 390 tons of thrust is generated by this first stage. Sir, I will ask Mr. Punnikrishnan to describe about the vehicle and mission.
Good evening, sir. So, main satellite is Spot 7 French satellite, and we have 2 Canadian satellite and 1 German satellite and 1 Singapore satellite. So this is the core alone. System, and it is assembled in 5 segments, and this will burn for 104 seconds, and finally after doing its function, and it will generate a heavy thrust of 450. After that, the white portion, that's the motor. The brown portion is the interstage. There you can see tiny, what is called hypergolic propellant, that is doesn't need any spark for its ignition. Second stage is in progress. So today, tomorrow early morning at 1:22 hours, we will switch on all the vehicle avionics system. After that, continuous surveillance will be there for the vehicle, and last 10 minutes.
The 140 ton solid propellant is manufactured. Actually, the greatest advantage we have is the solid propellant is manufactured at the same launch site, and we are the second best launch site in the world, sir, because we are at 13 degrees latitude. The best is the Europeans, 4 degrees north latitude. We are 13 degrees north latitude. So any satellite which is launched from here for communication purpose. So after the final operation, sir, this launch, building up the vehicle.
Defined trajectory, where the vehicle is, what is the position, what is the velocity. You know that we deploy 6 radars here in Shri and 2 telemetry stations at Shri and 1 telemetry station at Trivandrum, another telemetry station at
To the population. Then we have a possibility to send a command and terminate the mission in the mid-air.
so that the debris will be confined in the sea. So for this purpose we deploy 20 servers, 100 milliseconds data will provide the position and velocity. This position and velocity is marked over a world map with the geographically allowed contours. The moment the trajectory...
Had 30 French people here for 1 month. They brought their satellites, tested here, they are still here, and they will go only after launch is over.
वो लोग मानो टेक्नोलॉजी पूरा समझ के जो है कि अपने आप
उनको ये तो एक
वो यहाँ से जाते हैं उनके यहाँ भारी
Only, sir, after we complete up to satellite they have to bring, we will not bring them here. And when we bring, only 2 people out of 30 come here only to assemble the satellite.
हम भी
And our people,
हम भारी सैटेलाइट्स के लिए हम उनके लॉन्चिंग पैड वो हमारे यूज करते हैं।
ऐसा होता है सैटेलाइट में काम करने के समय दूसरों को उधर नहीं देगा तो टेक्नोलॉजी इधर से
sir, launch vehicle seed today will give crops after 10 years, 15 years. So we had a very good technology today.
Sir, this solid propulsion technology what he talked, everything is from scratch. From textbook chemistry we started because nobody will use this technology. Is produced in the country, all the chemicals,
रॉ मटेरियल अवेलेबल
सब ही इधर
complete.
सभी इधर इसका फॉरेन एक्सचेंज कंपोनेंट 9%, वो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स कंपोनेंट इधर नहीं.
That's why we have taken it there. Now propellant is built there.
मिल गया भाई आपको जो चाहिए वो
Sir, one photograph with
बाबू आइए बाबू क्या जी हाँ चलिए बधाई हो सबको
So we will go to the next facility at the GSLV.
one small difference between that launch pad and this launch pad, we call it second launch pad. There we build the launch vehicle on the pedestal, move the covering building away and launch. Here we assemble the whole launch vehicle on this pedestal. This is and on the top of it, when the vehicle is there, it is another 650 tons. So 650 tons plus 800 tons, 1450 tons, and another few tons. So 1500 tons will be moved by that. And this building is designed for cyclone 30 kilometers per hour. Cyclone flight are already prepared and they are ready.
ये पार्ट पूरा का पूरा
Yes, sir. The whole thing will move on this.
Sir, Mr. Ramakrishnan was the first project.
80, 80 and 40. 3 pieces we manufacture, prepare them and assemble them. And whole thing
this time table is next month
Sir, these are the people whose hands are building. These are the golden ones. He is a senior engineer in charge of this.
Sir, this building
So we will just see the facility. Sir, all the vehicles navigation, each position is measured by the instruments made by
the liquid stage. This is called the L110 stage. This is already ready at Sriharikota. We are doing currently the testing of it. It will be coming here by this month end. And the next stage is called the cryogenic upper stage, C25. So this is right now at must to build 1 piece. With that we are able to put 4 ton space. But if you compare with any international rocket of this class to put a 4 ton, it will be double the cost.
$80 million we pay to and space for 3.5 satellites. They have their subsidy from government. We also have our developmental cost taken by
Based on steel, we get it from Idani. then we go to Rourkela and roll the steel. We go to L&T and manufacture. There is an industry called Vansinagar industry, they also manufacture and supply. But what we do here is a very crucial operation of casting, putting the propellant into this and making the part. That part our colleagues will explain.
What we have seen is the biggest solid motor ever developed in among Asian countries, and the third largest in the world. After US and European countries, this third largest motor. This is a L&T, and this 200 tons of propellant is burns in 130 seconds. That is, it's in 1,600 kg is spent within a second. It burns for 130.
That is giving photograph जो है ना ground test का है.
When the vehicle produces 900 tons thrust at lift off. So if you want to lift that 650 tons of rocket up, you need at least 1.4 to 1.5 times.
Requirements are on two sides. They have to perform equally. Otherwise, the vehicle will crash. This they have to ensure while designing and casting.
We have done two tests. Two tests, as Chairman told, the specification is around 170 ton. It's allowed for different test. What we achieved is 64 ton. It's well within the limit. So we are very confident we can use for Mark III vehicle.
So this is liquid stage, second stage for the GSLV Mark III, liquid engine stage. 110 is weight of the propellant, 110 tons of propellant there. Oxidase is into nitrogen tetroxide, 70 tons, and fuel is UH25. This uses Vikas engine, two engines are there. Such each one engine is there in all the launch vehicles.
Liquid engine में जो कुछ हम जुड़ता है PSLV में, उसका tin करता है दो engine का, दो engine.
And this has been ground tested in Mahendra facility near Kanyakumari, in ISO facility. This full stage has been tested and qualified. The flight stage is already released and it is already in shop for the experimental flights.
Of the incremental velocity required for placing the spacecraft in orbit. It takes the spacecraft from a velocity of 18,000 km per hour to 37,000 km per hour and places. Almost this is the first total engine stage we are developing this row. Cryogenic engine stage developing this row. Already we have completed 81 part tests on all the subsystems are totally tested and qualified. Now we have to do the total engine test. Engine is first engine.
Together, produce the whole solid propellant.
It's a state-of-the-art plant, released just 2 years back. The plant can produce like this 4 motors per annum. That means 2 GSLV Mark III compressors. Actually, it will consist of 3 segments, 3 different segments, each weighing about 100 tons, 2 and then 30 ton one. They are produced, and it takes about 24 hours continuously. 500 people have to work to make this.
The vehicle will be assembled in a permanent building, which is about 960 meters from the launch pad. After assembly, this vehicle will be brought on mobile launch pedestal. Here you are seeing the track is there. After coming here, the vehicle launch pedestal will be anchored, and launch will take place by connecting all propellant and gas lines to the vehicle and servicing through this tower. This is called umbilical tower. So all the propellant and service lines are located about 350 meters from the launch pad, and all the lines are brought.
The GSLV Mark III, we will separate them 5 seconds before the takeoff.
So this is the lightning protection tower.
If it is, we have to abort it. Within the launch is possible within 24 hours, we can wait and complete the repair and go ahead. If it is not possible, we have to drain all the propellants and take them back to the tanks automatically and redo the whole thing. 48 hours minimum is required. If it is for the cryogen,